Welcome back to episode 5 of the Creatographer Competition. This week we wanted to go a little bit intimate with the Valentine's Day edition, covering the 5 different love languages, which are words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, physical touch, and receiving gifts. Let's tap in with our contestants and see what their love languages are.
I would say physical touch, because physical touch is extremely beneficial, more than we know.
My love language is quality time.
Quality time is actually my love language.
Unlovable? Is that a love language?
No.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I think quality time, because I've been in some things where it's been quantity of time, and that's not my jam.
I had to do a little research on the love languages, and then I took the test. Scott sent me the test, and I had quality time as my love language.
I actually took the test maybe like a year or two ago, and me and my fiance took it. My highest score was physical touch, and then the next one was quality time.
So this week the challenge was the 5 love languages, and me and Matt picked physical touch. We decided to show physical touch, but doing the 5 love languages on ourselves. So me and Matt decided to show physical touch on ourselves with multiple hands and touch more on the benefits of physical touch. The words are basically explaining the benefits of physical touch and, how it could benefit you as far as making yourself feel loved. So we basically just wrapped a whole bunch of hands. Well, Matt decided to wrap a whole bunch of hands around me, showing the different, benefits of physical touch as I'm touching myself.
I see what she was doing. I like the idea of it, but I don't want to say execution of it, but I see, I get it, I understand it, but comfort, worthy, love, healing, trust. Yeah, I don't agree with the colors. I think that's just me. I'm sorry. Now I understand her thoughts on it, their thoughts on it. So that's why I'm like, yes, I love it. I give it a 7.
Fancy.
I like that. That's so
It's really well done.
That's cute. That's a really cute concept. Because I was like, you could get real inappropriate with this one. And I was just like, no thank you. So I definitely wanted to stay away from that one. But that's cute. I like how they did that.
I think this is fantastic. The compositing is really, really solid.
That's so cute.
Good compositing. I have one critique. I would have loved to see the background color match the dress.
Really?
Just, I know red is self-love, but I think it's more romantic in the way we interpret it.
Gotcha.
But I'm still gonna give this a 9.
Right.
Still gonna give this a 9.
That's mine.
But
All right, this has to be touch, right? Physical touch.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And that's kind of interesting to be able to see the picture and then you know what it is. So
Yeah, definitely.
Touch, okay.
Love, worthy, comfort. Nice. I like this concept. It's different. It's creative.
yeah, I was wondering how they would do that, and
This is what I did when we went outside. I'm like,
hugging yourself.
yeah,
That's pretty cool. I like the colors. I like the green. It pops with the red background. Looks cool.
yeah.
Her expression looks cute. The fingers, it kind of it's a little bit, maybe a little bit more. I would have did a little bit softer.
Yeah,
on
more
the fingers,
softer. That's what I was
like
thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Other than that, it's still pretty cool. I like that shot. I would give that an 8.
Okay. I like it too. I'm gonna have to say 7.
I'm gonna go through each category with a little explanation. Creativity 10. I think the idea of having multiple hands, like holding and caressing yourself with different
ways that it can kind of affect your body was super creative. The composition of it, I gave it a 9 because I can kind of see it looks. The idea was great. That's why I couldn't knock the creativity of it. But the composition is basically like how the photo was kind of put together. It looked like kind of photoshopped hands was on there. Like the hands didn't create any shadows on your clothes or nothing. It just looked like I cut and pasted it right there.
Yeah, the one I got had 3 shoulders.
So lighting was 10. I ain't really had too much to say about that. Execution, I say an 8 because like I said, you can kind of see the photoshopness of it. Like you got such a hard shadow that your body is casting, and then all those extra hands don't cast a shadow.
Yeah.
So my eyes go directly to it. The posing was 10. It looked like a loving embrace of self. I would have changed the expression, so it was an 8 for that too. The expression is kind of like, I kind of like this, but the pose was more loving. So it was like more, I guess, smiling or just like completely like, you know.
So
just more.
you would do less smiling, or that's what you're saying?
It's you like the expression is in between, either smiling or just like I'm completely in love with myself.
Okay.
It's right in the middle of that, and I would have went one way or the other with
Right.
it.
Okay.
So total of 55. I think it was dope. I didn't think that y'all was gonna go that route. I thought like y'all was gonna go more abstract art kind of thing,
I mean, yeah.
like new color schemes.
I was trying to.
For the composition too, I think the colors was a little busy. Like the red background, the green dress, the yellow in it, and the blue nails. It didn't really like go in like to a color scheme, so maybe a different color backdrop would have done it a little bit more justice. It didn't necessarily have to be red, but
Yeah.
it was just a lot of colors to kind of just like go around to.
Welcome back, you guys. I know you love seeing this face. This week we had the 5 love languages. Me and my partner, we had receiving gifts. This process was a bit of a challenge for me because I've never read that book, so I didn't know what we were talking about. And so we got together, formed up some ideas. She made a heart, like a beautiful heart, and we brought some gifts. We had a gift hanging on the ceiling. Yeah, that took some time because we were scared it was gonna drop. But it was a lot that went into it. A lot on April's part. She was very, very skilled with that heart, and I love it to death.
Like, I'm trying to fix up.
She said she's trying to fix up. We ain't gotta show your face.
No, I just have
Lord, fix it, Jesus.
So what I used to construct the heart was a cardboard rolling paper. So with the cardboard rolling paper, I made each side of the heart, the shape of each side of the heart. And then I hot glued it down onto a regular cardboard box. And once it was all like the shape of the heart, I cut around the edges so it can get that, the heart effect. And then I used red spray paint to get the color. And that was about it.
Oh, okay. I'm curious about this one.
That's fine.
Is he a gift himself?
Is he wrapped up?
Well, it looks like he's in the bag.
I like it. Because I like the expression. It's a very like happy, jovial expression. I like the gifts. Tyree, your Facebook's going off. Swipe up.
Swipe up.
Yeah, this is a heart. This is a heart, isn't it?
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm still a little curious about it. It's cool. I give it a 6.
I give it a 7.
Okay.
I actually like this picture. I'm trying to figure out how he did that, so but I really like it. I think it's cute. I think it's a cute Valentine's Day picture. I feel like there should have been more of him showing him gifting it to himself. I love the creativity of it. I love the fact that he's sitting inside of it. I like it. I like it as far as go. I would say a 5, just because I feel like it should have been more of receiving it as him, giving it to himself.
It needed to be a little bit more deeper and more emotional than just than just presence. Yeah, I'm kind of a little bit disappointed with this one. I think it's a fun idea, but I think they should have took it to that little emotional level as far as gifts. I would say this is like a 5 for me.
Yeah, you know what? These guys have been, have been bringing it, and I don't know. I guess I expected some more from them, like something like.
Because especially in the other ones,
You
they
know.
showed real emotion. And
Yeah.
I feel like this was a good chance to show. He has a great expression, but I just think it just looks happy. I don't see the love language of. It's tricky.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him a 5 as well.
I like the concept of this. The heart being in the middle of it, I didn't think anybody was going to construct anything to kind of be a part of their photos, but leave it up to April to construct something.
Leave it up to April.
Leave it up to April to construct something. I think that was super dope. That was creative. Using the boxes as fake gifts, being inside of the heart, showing like this is what you love, this is how you show love language. I think the message is deeply there. I like the balloons. Like I could tell she put time into it. I think I would have wanted to see them utilized a little bit differently, because they were just kind of like boop, sitting there. The expression is just like if somebody was, I'm receiving. This is me. Like I'm in my zone. Like give me more gifts.
Yes,
I'm happy.
Give me my guys.
You in the moment. And seeing just like the inside of the cardboard box without that being like photoshopped out, it's a little bit distracting as well. But that's the only two critiques. And it's kind of a tight photo. I guess I would have wanted to see more of your body. I know you guys played with like the throwing of the gifts. It was probably a tough choice on you guys because there was so much you could have chose from.
Yeah, 'cause
but
there was one where it was like my face was cut. but-
yeah, it was a great photo, but it was like I can't see his face.
They can't see my face. So
Yeah, I loved it. You was like I was like, I just can't see his face. Creativity gave you guys a 10. Love the setup and how you guys built the set and everything that went into it. Composition 7. It just seemed like a super tight photo. And for everything you guys did, you can't really see there's a full heart. You got a hand that's cropped out. The Photoshop of the jagged edges along the sides of it kind of just stood out to me. The lighting is a 9, execution 9, posing and expression 10 and 10. So total, you guys have 55. So 5 points off for being a good score. Yeah, it just seemed like a tight photo, and almost like how we did with like the cigarette one. Like it was just so like, you just want to see like what else is around in the photo, even if it's just the full shape of the heart or just the rest of your hands. Like, did he have a gift in his hand? Was it just the fist? Like, it's a lot to wonder about up there. And just the tip. I think it was so much work that went into creating this set that it didn't do you guys justice by not showing the full set.
This week on The Creatographer, my partner Jason and I had the love language.
Words of affirmation. Yeah, so for this photo, we did a little research. I actually personally had to do a little bit of research on love languages, and we had words of affirmation. So I had to kind of think of what did that mean to me. So it's not only just words that are just, oh, I love you. It's kind of things that motivate you, things that push you through struggles, whether it be a job, relationships, even motivation. Somebody's playing a sport, and you're just saying, good job. Those are words of affirmation. So when we came to the idea for this photo, we had a few ideas, but we ended up using Scott kind of, I stripped him down and, put him in a vulnerable spot. I kind of tried to make him a little bit vulnerable. And then I created his, I guess you could say like his inner voices telling him, keep going, it's a support system. And overall, the concept was just very spiritual to me. I think it really kind of tried to show certain feelings. And even as a man, being able to ask for help, being able to give help, things like that. That's where I was going with this photo.
The idea was so unique to me and creative. I loved it, and I definitely was vulnerable. This is my first time posting like this, so it was definitely out of my comfort zone. But I think we really went for something, out of the normal.
Yeah.
And with this, it just shows like I'm more of a self-motivated person. I don't really need anybody pushing me behind me or anything like that. So this photo really captures it all. It's me helping myself, It's me, uplifting myself. Literally, you can see from the photo, I got my back, I'm lifting myself up, and just adding the words on there, it really speaks to me.
Yeah, definitely. The words is what kind of motivates you, and I kind of had that as his inner voice, just telling him to keep on going, whether he's down or up. I didn't want him to look too broken, because not everybody's broken. Not everybody needs that. Sometimes you're just a little down. You need a little pick me up, like keep going, or we got your back, we support you, things like that. So that's where the whole idea came from.
So this is one, I love it. It's a lot of words. And me, I probably would get too focused on trying to read what the words say, but this is dope. I love it. The I am, is that like self-affirmation? That's dope. I love this. I give it an 8.
I love the overlay. I love the text. Okay, you zoomed out. He does have pants on.
Yeah. Yes, he does have pants on. No, this is awesome.
This is a family-friendly competition, people.
This season.
I already knew this one was going to
Yeah.
be a little difficult, so I think that the route they went was awesome. I would like to see the words a little bit more clearly, so that way I don't have to hunt for them. I'm going to give it a 7.
8.
This is nice. I actually like it. Let me see. Support. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Love. Oh, I am. I really, really like this. I actually like the extra effect of the support. The support is actually supporting it. It shows so much creativity. It's kind of like he put everything he could possibly do to explain this in one photo. I really do like this. I really do. Yep. And then to show the I am affirmation. Yep. I would say definitely an 8 for me. I feel like the bodies on the side could be more in the picture, to show more interaction, but it's an 8 for me.
So you guys had 180 total last week. So if you add another 60 onto that, you'll have 240. So so that was another perfect score for you guys. I think this is awesome. Having him had literally the main word be support, and his pose literally be support. And then if you zoom in on the words, it's not necessarily the same words that are over there in love. So every word over here are things you can say to support somebody. Every word over here you can say somebody to make them feel love. And even when he's connecting with his hand with the love, now he feels supported, strong, empowered, worthy, awesome. And it's just generating from the love. And he doesn't necessarily need to support. Like how you said, he's not down and out. He's there. He's in the middle of it, because a lot of people are right in that space, honestly. Because as we're going through the day to day, we're all learning ourselves emotionally as we get older, and we're seeing what we need. So seeing this, to have somebody, if you did have somebody as support in case you were down, just in case, he's not holding him up. He's okay, if you do fall, I got you. But he is tapping into loving himself, and all of the words in the middle kind of signify all of the things, all of the words or feelings that can result from loving yourself in all of that, by either reciting some of these phrases that are on his body. Some of them says you are not alone. What did it say? You could do anything, stuff like that, just to reaffirm yourself. It's powerful. So I think the message is completely there. I love how the back, it kind of reminded me of some of those Grease paintings.
Exactly.
like that. Michelangelo. So, yeah. So they're touching fingers, and the connection makes the love. I think that's super dope. It's wonderfully done. I don't know if that's lightning in the background, but it still gave me Grease, Roman vibes.
See, we were actually hoping you picked up on that, because I was your Adam.
Yeah. I was well, maybe that's why they have that sense of familiarity too.
The idea wasn't that, but once we started putting it together, and I was like, I've seen this before, and then I searched up, and I was like, yeah, there's a Michelangelo. It's called The Creation of Adam, and it's where he's touching God's finger, and it's kind of saying it was created in God's image, things like that. So when I saw that, I was like, yes, this is God creating himself in this image too. So we kind of
what a gamble to be I hope he picks up on this pose and know it's from Michelangelo. And I was like, yeah, this is
we had a few ideas, and we were trying to go a little bit, writing. We could have did writing on the walls. We had ideas with Post-its, writing poems, but we wanted to push it.
Yeah.
We said
We had to be risky this
this is the
time.
creatographer. We have to create something unique and something that nobody's ever seen.
Yeah, I don't think I would have gone about it this way, but I love that you guys did go about it this way.
Nice.
Like I kind of brainstormed my ideas in my head, but I never thought like it would be an embodiment of love and an embodiment of support, and they will both be him. And when they connect, like all of these, like it's a super deep photo. Like and it's heavier than what it looks like in the photo.
Definitely. I wanted it to be motivational for absolutely motivational. I was like, whether you like it or you don't love it, or I was like, this is our goal. We wanted to try to inspire people.
I hope we were on point for this week.
Fingers crossed.
We put a lot into it, but we'll see if it fits. This is Garrett and Christina. This week we had one of the 5 love languages, which was quality time. And the caveat was it had to be quality time with yourself.
Yes, self-love. Quality time is actually my love language, my top tier. So this was right up my alley. I was very excited. I was very excited that we got to pick first. So that was a real plus. But it came naturally, just the whole concept, bath time, you spend time to yourself, you got your glass of wine, you got a good book, candles everywhere, a whole vibe, like literally a love language in itself. So that was definitely what we were going for with this one.
Exactly, not caring what's happening outside of your immediate universe right there. It's just good stuff.
Yep, the book being upside down, all of that is intentional. It's just like not giving a fuck. My legs up in the air, I'm having a good time enjoying myself, so.
I like this. The book brings it into me like for quality time, but I wouldn't have thought of quality time. She did it. I gave it to her because I would probably put on a face mask too, just to be like, this is my spa day. But I like this. I give it a 9.
I really like hers. I feel like it should have been like a little bit more. Like when you want to spend time with yourself, like what is your self-worth? That's why I think in my head, like it'd be all type of chocolate, flowers, balloon, everywhere. But I really like it. I would say a 5 just for the execution. It's very blurry. Like even with being in the bathroom with it foggy, it's just like, it's not that type of blurry. It's another type of blurry. But other than that, like I like it. I just wish that there were more things that, to show like how she would relax.
It's expected what I thought. The rubber ducky is kind of cute. It's a funny little.
I like the candles. This is definitely some quality time, and when you want to come unwind and relax after a long day at work or whatever you do.
But everything overall looks good. I do see kind of like I can't even see the letters on that jar.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff looks a little blurry. I think I gotta give this like a 7.
Yeah. 7 for me too.
I think we did amazing. I love the concept that they went with. It was really awesome.
This is you critiquing yourself?
Yeah, this is me critiquing myself.
In the third person?
Yeah.
Well, because like you got you loving you, and you got to do third person. I totally.
Yeah,
Okay, so I know you guys, you said you felt like you did amazing, but you guys got a 60.
What? Hey, okay, don't play with me like that.
She was so scared.
Let's go.
I was
so scared.
like, what? He disagrees. Just kidding.
No, it isn't much that I can look at and be like, and take from it what I will. I think I would have gone the same route. It's not a lot, like I said, there's not a lot of options you can go through with quality time really being shown. And if I were to do a survey of X amount of people, I'm like, if you had to give yourself quality time, most people would go spa day, relaxation, something like this. So the elements of just soaking in the bath, candlelit, showing yourself love, like this is time I'm spending to me, like no real technology around, I'm reading a book, just completely just taking in time for you. I like the white vignette to kind of make it seem like dreamy, to be like, this is my impression of what my quality time is for me. The wine, I mean, everybody out there alone, I just need a glass of wine, but to be able to have that in like a bath, if you haven't experienced it, you should try it. Get you a candlelit bath and just get you some wine and read your favorite book. And I think that would be like the best quality time, because in a world where we're just working, running all day, we don't really have a lot of time to just stop and just take in something that
And it's time
we like
consuming.
ourselves.
It's time consuming to set the scene, get the candles going, really set
Even
the
for
whole
yourself.
vibe.
So
Even
you're
for
working
yourself.
for yourself.
Like you're really having to take that time out and set it aside for yourself and like, you know.
Literally, because if you were to do this for somebody else, I'm like, oh, you took the time. Like, you start thinking about it, like, you had to go buy the candles, light the candles, run the bubble bath, get the stuff for the bubble bath. You know, just being able to set that whole scene up is quality time in that moment and for the moments before that, setting up for it.
So this week, Garrett and Christina have climbed their way up to second place. We still have Jason and Scott being the front runners of the competition, holding on by a 10-point lead. But the final challenge will definitely put them to the test. The final challenge will be the Creatographer Challenge. This means they have to go and pick a photo that I have done creatively and try to execute it in their own way while still holding the same value and message that was intended for the viewer to see when I created it. So they have free range to choose any of my photos that I've done under the realm of creative photography to be able to execute this challenge. I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with, and I'm excited. There is one twist though. The secondary judge will also have the potential to give them a score up to 60 points, and the person judging them will be the person that they choose to depict in the photographs themselves. So it's going to get real tricky. It's a nice way to shake up the scoreboard. It is anybody's game, so stay tuned to next week for the Creatographer competition finale.